Hi, everyone. Today, I would like to read out of U Squared. This is a very thin booklet, but there are so many gems in there. And the reason why I want to read this today is because, I would love to help people to dream again, like big, bold dreams, and teach them or show them how you can get those dreams. And so every single time that I talk about that, I can see people feeling a little nervous, like dreams. That's like we as children, we were taught that dreams were not, they never could come true, wouldn't be reality. And I am here to tell you that dreams come true. And the bigger and the bolder you dream, the more you can get in life. So I'm going to read the chapter that is called Think Beyond What Common Sense Would Allow. And I think that's very appropriate here now. Think beyond what common sense would allow. And then it says, most of us can be found flying too close to the ground. Too often we don't give ourselves permission to soar. And I think that's true. And I think we don't give ourselves permission because we're scared. We think, what are people going to think about from us? Like we have all those thoughts in our mind, and our mind is fooling us 24/7. Don't listen to your mind. Don't. Not a good thing. Okay. And then in the bottom, it says here, a 10 or 20% improvement isn't the idea at all. That would represent only incremental gains. And isn't that what most people do, or most companies do? They project their 2-year plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan, and they add like 10% each year. But that is not what we talk about. That is just evolution. We just want to have a quantum leap, okay? Good results, big dreams, big bold dreams. It's time to start focusing on possibilities rather than on limits and obstacles. Making a quantum leap means moving outside your mental boundaries, going beyond what you think is possible. If you will rethink how you're thinking, you can multiply your performance potential. You must let your desires guide you instead of allowing yourself to be boxed in by perceived constraints. They're perceived. We are allowing ourselves to be limited by what we think we can do. It's really not cool. Like our art, don't trust your thoughts. Seeking the quantum leap means violating the boundaries of the probable. It means achieving well beyond the obvious. So don't limit your desires to what you think you can have. Start going after what you want. This means you must give yourself permission to dream, to risk. You see, this is one of the top self-development companies talking about dreaming. They are advising all the big companies. Why? Because you don't become huge if you don't dream, if you just are going to go for what you think you can do. Okay, where am I now? See, that makes me so excited. So don't limit your desires to what you think you can have. Start going after what you want. This means you must give yourself permission to dream, to risk. You must set yourself free. A 10 or 20% improvement isn't the idea at all. That would represent only incremental gains. That might be an impressive performance in some situations, like if there were unusual obstacles or a very difficult set of circumstances. But while such a goal might be challenging, it would not represent a quantum leap. Instead of an additional 10% or so, a quantum leap produces a dramatic and multiple gain, an exponential increase, like this, up. Quantum leaps are by definition rather astounding, certainly unconventional. Don't get the idea that absolutely anything you can think of is possible. It isn't. But in some areas of life, what lies within your reach is enough to stagger the mind. You can double your level of success, triple it, far beyond that. You can leverage up your performance to the second or third or fourth power or beyond. This is called U squared. See that? That's way more than 10% or even times 2. It's U squared. Okay. True, there are limits, but you don't need to worry about them. Your real limits are far beyond your artificial mental boundaries. The real limits won't box you in, but the false one you're carrying around in your mind are a self-imposed prison. Cool, isn't it? It is so well said. So how do you break out of that jail? Through surrender. You have to forfeit some of your old beliefs and sacrifice some of those sensible thinking patterns. So-called common sense can be a curse that puts a ceiling on how far you reach and how high you fly. U squared, the quantum leap strategy, is based on uncommon sense. So with this, because it's very short chapters, with this, first of all, I would encourage you to order this book, U Squared, from Price Pritchett, because it's a gem. Every page, every word is very cool. But I also would like to invite you to my challenge that starts next week again, or if you watch this video later, you can just check the link below and there will be the next challenge available, where I teach you how you can get out of that normal thinking. It's like you can create whatever you want. You can create your dream into reality. And how to do that, I explained to you how I did it. So if I can do it, you can do it. So please join my challenge. It will be the beginning of a very interesting journey for you. And so I hope to welcome you in the challenge on Monday. Have a wonderful day, you guys.